Hey there, Kate Monroe, CEO of VetComm. Couple of cool things. One, we have a guarantee at VetComm. So if we can't do what we say we're going to do, you get your money back. We've never had to give a refund for lack of performance on our side. So that's a pretty incredible stat if you think about it. So guaranteed results. The other is the majority of every member in VetComm was sent to us by another veteran because our testimonials are all 5-star. Watch this testimonial reel and you tell me if you think you should give us at least 15 minutes of your time to see if we're a good fit for you and tell you how much you're owed by the VA. Don't wait, do it today.
I'm very, very happy to tell you guys that it only took 30 days from the day that I filed my claim with the help of VetComm to get approved for 80% disability.
In no time at all, my rating was up 50 points.
It was really easy. I was able to do the whole process in one day, and I'm done. My claim was submitted in just a matter of a couple hours, so I'm really excited about that.
At first, I wasn't going to file one at all because I just felt like, well, there's nothing wrong with me. I can still walk. Like, I'm able to go to the gym. So, what's the point of me filing for disability? I'm not a combat veteran. To know that I could possibly get help for certain things that I'm going to claim that I didn't even think that I could claim.
I found lots of companies that were willing to charge me $6,000 to $10,000 to help me do something that I found out I can do on my own. I did their online workbooks and I made my claim in the same day.
Now that I've been out for over 3 years, one of the biggest mistakes that I've made was not doing my disability claim.
A lot of people that have tried to do this on their own, or maybe they've gotten help through the VA and they're told they need massive amounts of paperwork and documentation that they can't come up with, or it's taking a long time. Through VetComm, I was able to get this done online by myself in one day without providing any of this paperwork and without having to give up tens of thousands of dollars or percentages of my compensation.
There were some disabilities in the Library of Disabilities that I didn't even know that I could claim, and it was all so straightforward that I got it done within 30 minutes.
Doing a second round for some of my disability things, for some of the more physical things that I have to handle, some joint pains and stuff.
I'm Floyd, and I was watching television with my wife, and Kate came on and was talking about how she was helping vets who were trying to and didn't know how to apply for disability, and also talked about vets that had been trying with other outfits and other companies and other avenues, much like I did. And so I wrote down her phone number, and that's how I got into this program. I talked to Kate and said, I was working with an outfit, I'll leave their name out, 4 years. And every time the VA said, we need more information, we need documentation, I did it. We filled it all out, sent it in, and then they would come back with a denial. And you had a short period of time, which I didn't know. This fella would put in for the extension. In the 4th year, though, it slipped his mind. And so 4 years of work went down the drain. And so now I'm figuring, what am I going to do next? And it was like a week. And Kate's on television, and my wife and we said, oh my goodness, we got to try this. This, anything was better than a ship sinking. And so I would encourage everybody, anybody, if anywhere along the way, if you run into stumble blocks or don't know or understand, you may qualify for disability, you should apply. Kate and her group, fantastic. They know all the answers. They're not stumble bumming around. And guess what? They meet all of the dates. They get it done on time and short too. Not 4 years later where we're still applying. When I came to VetComm, I was at 10% after 4 years. And within 3 months, give or take a day or two, I'm up to 40%. About 4 to 6 months later, I'm up to 80%. And I still have another facet of my disability that has not been addressed. The VA is like eating a pizza. They feed you one slice at a time. They don't give you the whole pizza. And so we're gonna apply for the last leg and hopefully we'll get to 100%, and that's fantastic. Everybody knows the political climate today, and 4 years ago things were a lot less expensive than they are today, and so we were slowly sinking into the abyss where we cut back a lot of our things that we enjoyed eating, doing, or participating in. And now, of course, this extra money coming in, we're back to living a better life because we have income. And I know everybody out there, you guys, jobs are hard to come by, and if you're a vet and you have any disability, it's hard to get hired. And if you do, it's hard to maintain, stay on, because the bosses want more output than we can normally give them. So I really telling you guys, the disability check is for the rest of your life. Things that we were putting off doing around our house because we didn't have the money anymore, now all of a sudden they're back up and say, hey, you know what, we can fix the roof. Hey, we can fix the patio. We're ecstatic. It's fantastic. Everybody should take that into consideration. And if you're married or you are into any kind of relationship, you got to feed 2 people or 3 people. You might want to really give this a lot of consideration and move this on top of the list. My service is, I know none of it, you guys have this, a China service medal, okay? So that's how far back I go. I've been out more than 20 years. I did not retire. Military life was not really for me. Coming in and blowing up several of the buildings near me, I said, this is it, I'm out. I left. I just got out of the service, honorably discharged, 1960. Now here it is, and I just got rated for disability. So don't let time be a factor of you not applying, please.
My name is Michael Lee, and I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. I started my journey with VetComm. I came to them at 80% disability, and after a single claim filing, Kate helped me get to 100% based on conditions that I had never even thought of. Since then, I have done my best to learn the VA system, and I've actually been brought on to the team as the lead claims agent. So I am very much a product of the product. It's worked for me, and we are going to do our best to make it work for you. We want to get you the rating that the VA owes you. Come give us a shot. We guarantee an increase in your rating or your money back.
Hi, my name is Luther, and I just went through VetComm to help me with my disability rating, and I highly recommend VetComm. It's a great company, very knowledgeable, knows every in and out. I mean, even got me hooked up with the websites and everything. Really valuable place, worth every cent I spent. And I'm a Navy veteran, and I was referred by a friend of mine who's also a Marine veteran.
How long have you been working with VetComm?
I think a year ago, so yeah, for
about
about
a
a
year?
year. Yes.
Very good.
Very good company. Got me over the top, so I'm very excited.
What did you think was most valuable about using VetComm versus another service?
Well, I think it was the experience on VetComm. I mean, they was totally knowledgeable with everything that they did. They just breezed me right through the whole situation.
And a lot of veterans have said about us that the ability to reach us, you know, to actually be able to talk to someone was valuable. What were you thought?
Oh, very valuable. Every time I call, I can remember calling once and you were in Hawaii and they answered the phone. So, you know, they're very accessible.
She spoiled us.
I do spoil some vets. Not every single vet gets to talk to me, but I try to do my very best. What would your recommendation be to other veterans if they're thinking about getting rated? Would you advise them to use VetComm?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. You can't do it alone. It's just too much to do by yourself. And VetComm they knew the procedures. They got it all hooked up for me. Very easy.
And did you think that what you paid us, you got the value out of what you spent with VetComm?
Absolutely, yes. Definitely worth every cent. So I do highly recommend VetComm.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I had a good relationship with Kate. Like I said, she definitely spoiled us and helping us and getting what we needed. Luther was very happy about it. I was happy, didn't have any problems with it. And we turned out successful, and that's the best part of it, of course. But we did have a really good relationship with Kate and her team, and thank you very much for making that possible for us.
My name's Matt Clear, and I met Kate through shooting school that I own. We did some training and made her look good on film, and it was a lot of fun. Then I learned what she did, and I'd been struggling with fighting with the VA for bouncing in and out of 90 and 100% for about 10 years. And she said, hey, that's what I do. So I'll get you 100% total and permanent. And I think she did it in less time than she said she would. I think she said 90 days. We ended up at about day 54, and I was 100% total and permanent for the exact price that she quoted me. Outstanding job. Do yourself a favor and don't wait. It took 54 days. It was 2 years of me fighting when they knocked me back down to 90%. And again, 54 days. Now, here's the cool thing. If you're in any kind of business and you're not a rated or a disabled veteran, you lose your veterans preferential treatment when it comes to city and county contracts. Even if you get 0%, you are now higher on they have to take you for a set aside rather than any other contractor or anybody else that's bidding the same thing that you are. So even if you get 0%, you're gonna get the set asides on that. There's a lot more to it than just getting your money. So the process is super easy. I think we spent 30 minutes in the office. She did all the paperwork with me just verbally answering questions. To be honest with you, I didn't even know where to start with the VA. And if anybody's been in the military, you know the paperwork nightmare. And they do that on purpose. She knows the insider trading secrets. And again, I was in her office for 30 minutes. She gave me everything that I needed for my appointments. She told me what to say, what not to say, and how to say it. I know there's people available for you for free. And I did that initially with a VA advocate through the VFW. And I think my initial rating took 6 to 9 months. She has payment programs. It's not that expensive. If you compare her prices to others, I've seen them 3 times as high. Financing available. I've referred several friends, and they have a referral program for you that pays you back. So just keep that in mind. And if you need any info, don't hesitate to call.
My name is Frank Holbrough. I was in the Navy for 24 years. Been struggling with the VA for about 16 years. So I've been retired now for about 16 years. I initially was at 40% and then got bumped up to 70%. I needed to file for PTSD because that's something that I was afraid to file before because of work. You know, I'm soon to retire, so I'm just throwing all my eggs in the basket. So I just went for it, and you guys were here, and I saw your ad, and I heard about you guys, and yeah, it was great.
How long did it take you to go from what you were rated at to 100%?
About 6 months.
So it took you 6 months to go from, what was it, 70% to 100%?
Yeah.
Very good. And what, how did you feel when you got the 100%?
It's something that I really wanted to get before I retired from my normal job. You know, it would make things a lot easier on me. But yeah, it was like the best day of my life. You know, I think I called you.
You did call me, and you know, at VetComm, when we get a call from a veteran when they hit 100%, we remind ourselves why we do, you know, what we do. What would you recommend other veterans do if they're thinking about getting rated? Would you recommend VetComm to other people?
Well, I already have. So I've been talking about you guys for the last few months to my cohorts, a bunch of uniformed guys that are reaching the retirement age. And I'm trying to give them the best advice that I can and say, because, you know, you got to go where who's going to help you. And you guys definitely helped me. So I'm trying to pass it on. You guys were always willing to sit down and talk to me. You guys always answer the phone. It was, you know, that's a plus. A lot of these companies that you hear about, you just don't hear from them. You know, they do this, they do that, and then you're dragging for months on, and it's just not fun. So you guys were definitely a grade A company, so I'm pretty stoked. No, you guys had an abundance of information, which is critical to somebody who's a first time going through this, because it's a lot of information. It's so much information, and if you miss something, you won't get it. So you have to be on the top of your game to be able to get what you desire and what they owe you, kind of sort of, you know. In June is when I first contacted you guys, right? June of this year, 23. Yeah, and my final paperwork came in October 25th, 2023.
Not very long.
No, it wasn't very long at all.
Well, congratulations on getting rated. So, like, your final piece of advice to veterans would be what?
don't just sit back and think it's just gonna magically happen. You've got to get out there, you've got to do your homework, and you've got to talk to veterans who have already gone through this, like myself. And I'm doing that right now with a bunch of my compadres. You know, I'm just trying to make sure that they get what they deserve too. So
I would recommend VetComm to any of the people I've served with, anybody that has served.
So thank you to the VetComm team. Truly, this is a company that cares about veterans and will help you get what you need.
I just wanted to give a huge thank you to VetComm, as I recommend it to anyone who's separating or retiring. It's an amazing resource that you don't want to miss out on.
And when I needed help with my VA disability claim, I called VetComm. They worked with me personally, and I couldn't be happier. So that's what I want you to do. Call VetComm. They care.
Do yourself a favor, don't wait. I highly recommend you reach out to them, and they have a money-back guarantee, so what are you waiting for?
You're doing yourself a disservice by waiting and not getting this done right away.
Just wish that I could have done this sooner.
It was super easy to use, very, very helpful, and it's something that you guys need to do. Don't wait. Don't do it next week. Don't even wait till tomorrow. Do it now.
Thanks, VetComm. I appreciate you guys so much.